What's up, people? So, it is another day in paradise, and we have light. And because you guys know how I love to fidget, I have little ping pong things that have a ball that I fucking lost 1,000 times. So, I got a hot tip from a subscriber on YouTube that I don't kill me, but I think his name is Carlos. And Carlos had told me about the Aaron Keller, and uh, Buting interview. And I decided to watch it last night. Let me check it out. And he had said that there was some stuff in there that he never heard of. So I said, all right, I'll check it out. And it was like an hour long, and it's really boring. But I did learn a couple things. And if I learned a couple things, I'm going to tell you guys a couple things. One of the biggest things I learned, you know how we're all like, fuck Kratz and he's a douche and he belongs in jail and Kaczynski belongs in jail and all these motherfuckers belong in jail for what they've done. Well, they can't go to jail. Yeah, you heard me right. They cannot go to jail. It's not just judges that are immune anymore. In the state of Wisconsin, and Buting made this whole big thing about it, and I was blown away. Buting said that in the state of Wisconsin, unlike other states, see, I fucking gonna break this thing. But unlike, because it gets me mad, unlike other states, in the state of Wisconsin, that a judge, a prosecutor, and I think certain attorneys are immune from getting in trouble. So no matter what the fuck Kratz does, he can't go to jail for it. How fucked up is that? So all of our energy and all of our time spent speaking about Kratz going to jail and how he deserves to pay for what he did, he will never see the light of day in prison. And we can't sue him. Brendan can't sue him. Nobody can sue him for his actions because they are immune. But if you take a step back and think about that, what really blows my fucking mind about it is in the state of Wisconsin, not only can prosecutors get away with fucking murder, but think about that. They don't even pass a goddamn bar exam. Maybe if they took the bar exam and they understood the rules and ethics of being a lawyer, maybe then they would be able to be sued or they would not act like that. But of course, no, not in the state of Wisconsin, because the state of Wisconsin is a whole nother realm. And now I just broke my little paddle stick. Yeah, it pisses me off. So during the interview, and I promised you guys a link, and I will post the link, but I didn't want to post it last night because then you guys wouldn't watch my video, because then you would know about it. So I kind of like just hinted a little in Making a Murder Uncensored that I was doing a video today, and this is what I was doing it about. I really need to stop fidgeting with my hands so much when I do videos, but I don't know, it's habit. I lost my football somewhere. I think my dog ate it. All right, I'll get back on track. So after Beauty was talking about this, of course, the pompous asshole, Keller, was like trying to convince Buting, but I was there for you. But I was the one that spoke back to them. I was the one that did everything to make sure, that the media stood up and, I was hated for it. Dude, nobody fucking cares about you. Like, who's Aaron Keller? So big deal, you were making a murderer. Woo, you're a tough guy now. I thought the guy was a pompous ass. And he had brought up the press conference, which I am one smart fucking bitch. Because when they were talking about the press conference, hold on, I need coffee. When they were talking about the press conference, I think I was one of the people, don't quote me that I was definitely the first, but I'm pretty sure I was the first one to do a video about how fucking illegal it was. And yeah, it was quite illegal. So Beauty had discussed that for a little while about how illegal it was and that, Kratz shouldn't have done that because honestly, it's kind of fucking common sense of why you shouldn't do it, but Kratz has no common sense. And that was the other thing Beauty said, how that in Kratz's fantasy story, he didn't use quite those words, but close enough. In Kratz's fantasy story, if you really think about the story, it didn't make sense at all. Hello, I think we all said that. But yeah, it didn't make sense at all because first you're going to slash her throat, then you're going to do this, then you're going to cut her hair. It didn't flow for any kind of murder that has ever took place in the history of Buting's career or really anyone that I've ever read. And it's no secret. I've told you guys that I've studied serial killers and that I know a lot about serial killers and murderers. I never said I was normal. And because of that, I was listening to Buting and he was right. And the more I thought about it and really sat back and thought, you know what? He's fucking right. It doesn't make sense because they wouldn't do all these things. Then he went on to say something that blew me away. Absolutely fucking blew me away. And I asked Casey last night, I texted her, I said, did you hear of this? I'll be honest, I have studied this case hard. There isn't much about this case that I don't know or that I haven't studied or read or heard or something. Granted, I don't follow Reddit, but this wouldn't be on Reddit. And I remember distinctly never hearing that Kratz destroyed evidence that pointed to another suspect. So even if you do not want to watch this hour-long video that was boring, well, Buting wasn't boring. Keller was boring with his pompous ass attitude. Anyway, and Buting in the last 7 minutes, which is the real part I would recommend. Everything else has pretty much been covered. But in the last 7 minutes, Buting says, and I almost directly quote, hey, as I choke to death, it's because I'm tired as fuck. And I worked since 5 o'clock this morning, means I've been up before. But anyway, so Buting distinctly says, hey, oh, I already said that. Duh. That's how tired I am. I can't even think straight. You guys are going to think I'm stoned. I'm not. I swear. I'm just tired. I had like an hour and a half sleep last night, and I have a sick son that I'm going to take a nap with soon. But listen, so I asked Casey. Nobody heard him say it. Nobody knew what he was talking about. And it was just like, wow, who was it? So I decided to tweet Buting. He has not responded yet, which really doesn't surprise me. But if anybody knows some insight on who the fuck he's talking about, please leave it in the comments below because I am really curious. I know, excuse me, Case is curious too. We really want to know who are you talking about. So my shout out to Buting is Jerry Buting. Please tell us who you're talking about because that's the first I ever heard that. I have not read anything about it. I have not seen anything about it. And I'm really curious who it is. So, and also he's got a book out. Kratz has a book out. We all know this. So that's really all I want to bring to you guys. I will leave a link in the description box below. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. My tired ass is going to take a nap. I promise you I'm not drunk, I'm not stoned, I'm not anything. I'm just really tired. But I wanted to get this video out because I threw a teaser out last night. So make sure you subscribe. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And I will see you on Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday because I'm off. Okay? So peace out, bean sprouts.